Good morning, Nigeria. This is Up Nepa. Yeah, your number one favorite radio program that comes away every Friday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I am Victoria Festus, or you can call me Vicky for short. And this morning, I have a special guest with me. Let's say a special guest. Yeah, our one and only lady. She has been the number one. Okay, she was the number one voice in this show Up Nepa. She was the first person that introduced the show to you, and I'm super excited to welcome Safia Darusharif, our soul chef.
All right, Vicky, hi, good morning. Thank you so much. And I'm glad to be on the show this morning. It's surreal to be a guest, because one of the few things is that when you've been in this show before and then you're on it now, you're just going to realize some things have shifted, and you guys have done tremendously well. I have to say that, and that I've missed being on ground. And also, yes, I follow you guys online. I try as much as I can to see what's going on. This guy's catching up. Yeah. And you guys were just there like, babes, you were the one behind. We are going to take this thing way far ahead. And I'm so proud to say that this is so going great. Yes.
Super glad to have you. Anyways, let's not get carried away. We also have Lady KK in the building. Good morning, KK.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Chef.
Good morning.
It's so nice to be on the show with you guys this morning. Good morning to our listeners and our audience on all platforms. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. Well, as usual, we have something really, really electrifying for you this morning. Something, we don't... Let me put it this way. They carry last. We always bring you... Correct. Exactly. We always bring you something beautiful and just amazing. So just expect an amazing...
So if I were you, I would just grab my cup of coffee, cup of tea or coffee or bowl of cocoa. Just sit close to that your radio station, and tune into this program right now, because we're going to be unraveling something new, and not let's say new. We have been on it for a couple of weeks, so just sit tight. And if you want to watch this program, don't forget this program is going on live on our Facebook at Up Nepa platform and our YouTube at Up Nepa _ platform. Do well to like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notification button just so as to give you anything new that Up Nepa brings to you. So stay tuned and let's roll together. And we'll be taking a quick break, but when we come back, I know that your ears are itching to hear what we have for you this morning. So sit tight and don't touch the dial. Welcome back. As you all know, this is still Up Nepa, and okay, so last week we have been on this discussion about meter. Last week we were comparing the old meters and the new meter to know which one is perfect and which one is sucking the consumer. And you could see our callers calling in, and some were like, I want the old one, I want the new one. Yeah. Or me, I don't want. In fact, let's just give me the estimated billing. I'm okay with it, And today again we are still on the same issue, and we're going to be looking at something interesting. I'll be asking the big question that I think resonates with everyone, because now we have talked about the old meter and the new meter. Now we want to know who really should pay for meter installation.
Ooh.
We don't know that, but we need to know. We have been complaining who really should pay for this meter installation, prepaid meters, and is it the power company or the consumer? That's what we're going to be looking at.
I mean, you've been on it for a while, but I don't know. When she just said that this is what we are discussing, I'm like, what? Do I followed on last week, and I was very excited to see how the callers are sharing my mind. Even though some of them were not on the path I was, but hey, at the end of the day, we have to be realistic to what's going on, and be fair to each and every one of from both the discourse and the consumers. We have to look at it from different perspectives. So these are things that we have to look at, and then there are also good questions or good ground to stand on when it comes to this. But I must say, I love how this whole issue or this series is building momentum, and the program is, kind of basically walking our audience step by step into the heart of Nigeria's power sector contradictions, and we are going to continue that. So before we dive in deeply into this whole issue, I don't know, KK, you have anything that you want to add on that?
Well, yes. Just like Vicky said, the question we looked at last week was why is everyone afraid of prepaid meters? And then, just as she said, some people were wondering, should we go with the prepaid meter? Should we remain with the old meter?
Or the estimated
billing meter, and all of that. So at the end of the day, consumers are afraid, and then the distributing companies too, they're also afraid. So now it's like there's a fear in everybody's mind. But then who is going to... What's the English now? Who is going to put our fears to rest? Who is going to put the fears of the people to rest? Because I'm sure many consumers feel that they are being billed more than they should.
Yeah, way over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm not saying this from, not I've heard it from anywhere, but then the billing company too. I believe that in a way, please, nobody should follow me for this statement I'm about to make. I believe that in a way they are making their own, cuts here and there. And so in a way, somehow, it's preferable to keep people in a certain...
cage. Let me help you with the word. And nobody should quote me as well, in a cage. But I think when I look at this whole issue, right, and you look at it from a perspective of someone that is just standing there, it's like a game of trust. Who is going to trust who the most? Who is going to allow who to just know that you are not going to cheat on me and I'm not going to cheat on you? Because we've done so much damage already, and there is so much that before...
Yes, I don't think it's not today now. Nigeria didn't start.
You get
something that I've been there for,
like we'll say, not be today.
Yeah, not today.
Another thing I think that a lot of people are thinking of is who exactly is watching those responsible for distributing these meters, so that they don't create artificial scarcity or reserve them for their families and friends only. Like, who is watching these people? Is it a situation where I go and I'm told it's not available when it is, because somebody is keeping it for friends and family? So I think that's something that's also on the mind of people. Now, what would be the mode of distribution? That is, if it is actually available. What's going to be the mode of distribution?
Anyway, I know, that's why up Nepa is saying, we tread on our ancestors' tread. Where our ancestors tread.
My love, let me tell you this. I still remember back then when I was a kid, right? And then I grew up in a very large family. So anytime if like there is power outage or anything, my grandparents were very cool with everything. They were like, and it was Nepa then. Yeah, it was Nepa then. Even back then, the Nepa wasn't steady, but still,
it wasn't steady. But at least
it was in some places. It was better. It was better. But at the same time, I think where I live now currently, if I'm to compare it to then, it's not really that much of it. There are a lot of villages back then that don't really have light or don't have enough of it. Some villages can go up to like months, like 6, 7, 8 a year without a light. Yes. And then you hear issues like from transformers, from these, the manager has traveled. Now why you carry our light go traveling with it? You understand?
Went with it.
Thank you very much. So these are all the things that we've all, oh God. But hey,
just when we thought we have seen it all in the power sector. Now, I don't know if I should say this as a gist or okay. Minister of Power, Adedibu, he said recently that meters should be given free for customers. It should be for free.
See the ones that the Lord has done something for.
This was also made. He said the meters were procured under the World Bank funded distribution recovery program, and with that it should be made available. And he also threatened to sanction any official that goes against this, this statement.
Yeah.
I know somebody that should be sanctioned then, but I
I
was
selling money from any consumer to, a store meter.
Yes.
And I'm not asking, we Nigerians, we are used to politicians coming to make statements. Don't worry, I promise you.
Bold statement at that.
Like, there will be light. Immediately I enter office, there will be light. I'm promising. But now, I'm not asking if he said the meters were procured under the World Bank. Is it that the statement is just a political statement? Or a policy statement? Or unrealistic promise? Which I would call it, and that's what people are. And if you know customer, when we hear free,
body go dey shake anyhow.
Nigerians generally.
Anyhow, body will be shaking.
Like,
that word
free things.
No, but who wouldn't like free things though? Yeah. You guys, let's not be selfish here, but let's also understand something. When he made the statement that it was under the World Bank funded distribution recovery program, myself, I was like, oh, some things are making sense finally. And I think it's high time as Nigerians we come together and address this issue. Sometimes we love to be ignorant about things and we just love to, look at it like, let's just give the benefit of doubt and stuff. Because some workers in the power sector, right, have started to complain that the minister did not consult with other stakeholders. Looking at the whole statement that he made before going ahead to issue these directives. So there's supposed to be like a roundtable of some sort to talk about this. Oh God, sir, shut up.
Roundtable because it's going to cause a lot of confusion.
Because I think
it's going to cause a lot of confusion.
I think the thing is, if Nigerians are asked to pay a fee for a meter today, I need someone that will come and answer this question. Who do they report to? Right? Who are these people reporting to? And will anything actually happen after being paid? You asked us to do this thing. We are trying to do your bidding, right? We'll follow you, excuse me, and we'll do exactly what you want us to do when it comes to like payment and everything. But you in yourself that you're collecting my money, who do they report to? Do you get? Yeah. And if should anything happen, like issues, we just discussed about our ancestral wahala where we are talking about transformers and stuff. These things still happen in this country. They are still currently ongoing issues, and we are not even sure if we've yet arrived to the bus stop to reach to the destination of where it's going to stop. You understand? We haven't even arrived. You understand, to the bus stop, not to talk of going to the destination. These are all things that sometimes you have to measure, and you have to ask yourself, let's all be factual and let's all be really, really concerned about this, because at the end of the day, it touches a lot of places, businesses, lives, and the way we move. We can no longer do without electricity. Health.
Like, I had an experience once. This is a personal experience.
Jeez.
And I was in the hospital, and while I was there, they were carrying out a surgery, and light went off. Whoa. Now imagine such a situation.
Ma'am.
Nigeria. It went off.
That's too bad.
That's heart attack straight up.
And I was awake. So you can imagine such a situation.
Oh my God, that's so bad. I'm so sorry you went through that.
Even
though, seriously.
But then, I think what you said about sitting, having a roundtable talk and just letting consumers know what is obtainable is very necessary, because there's going to be a lot of confusion. Another confusion I think would be in the minds of people is, how will consumers even know which meters are free and which ones are not? We just talked about it being supposed to be free because it was funded by the World Bank and all of that. But then I can assure you that when we have read this now, but when it comes back home, we are here in Mina, Niger State. When it comes back home, what are we going to be told? Because
that's
national
comes in.
is different from state. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's one, they will certainly tell us one thing from up there. But then when it comes down to us here, let's assume that this whole free thing is actually real, and that yes, it's supposed to be free for all. But then I need this meter desperately. I'm just building a house, or I have just built a house, and I need my meter.
Yeah.
And then I go to the company and tell them I need it. And they tell me I have to pay. What do I do? Who do I report to? If the situation becomes a situation of saying no, I must pay and all of that, who do I report to? So I think that's another confusion. So I feel that the real issue may not just be the corruption of legality, but also the information that's given out to people, the information that people get. When people don't know their rights, everything becomes negotiable. When the consumers don't know what they are, okay, let me put it this way: we are learned. We've seen it online that this minister said this and this and this. That is also, that is us sitting here. The consumers out there.
And if you see the figures, which is that's the concern. Now the gaps in this whole thing, right, is when you look at the figures or the statistics of people that are not even aware of such information, they are on the higher.
The thing we're talking about that is free. Do we even know how many this is? Right? We don't even know if it's going to go round.
Do you know what I think sometimes the problem is?
That's where the first question I asked is it that it is not, let's assume now that it is actually available, but then some people are keeping it for family and friends.
And they're saying it's trying to bridge the gap of 3.4 million people that doesn't have.
You can hear the numbers, right? We are talking 3.4 million.
And of that 3.4 million, I can show you that less than 1 million actually know this information we just passed.
Which is very true.
Less than 1 million.
Which is very true.
Know that they have rights as consumers.
You know, it's just like you said, on paper, this sounds like something really amazing. This sounds cool and everything. But we've seen a lot of papers being passed in Nigeria. and
a lot. Oh my God.
You get the implementation. Nigerians have had, just like Vicky said, strong, bold, daring statements before, and I think it has made us so desensitized to a lot of things.
Exactly. When we hear it,
thank you very much. Even if you spend like a decade or two in this country, you are just going to realize that to some extent there are some things that they are just what they are on paper. They did not make it to implementation state. They are just there.
The bill was actually passed.
Yeah, the policy is in place, but has it been implemented? Nope. Some have, but to some other places or anything. Now, the questions that need to be answered is the legality of the directive in itself, because they've mentioned that they were supposed to, as a board or whatever it is they call themselves, to come have a roundtable discussion with this whole thing. Now, after Honorable Minister don't come out contact this thing like this, how legal is this directive? You get?
No. Yes. Something that will happen to you, even English.
You go rock over your my dear. I mean, is the directive legally backed? That's something that we have to ask ourselves. And also, does it bind, discuss and contractors? So many questions are there that you want to ask and that you need answers for. But who is going to give it to you?
Who's going to bail the car?
Thank you very much.
Let's look at the real question here. Like I said, who is going to pay? Like, who is really going to pay for it?
Vicky,
hey. Consumers or the power company. We don't actually know, because from the power company, just like what I said, I saw on the news, like they are saying the people that are installing this meter is not even their workers, it's not even their staff. And if the minister is saying this thing should be given for free, did he consider we as a distribution company that what about the recovery form, like recovery that we are supposed to recover money? So who's going to pay?
I think. Okay, let's look at it this way, right? Let's think about it, all of us. Let's not use sentiment or let's look at the facts, right? So when you buy let me use fuel as an example. So when you buy fuel, the filling stations, they are the ones that provide the pump. You carry pump, they go first station, right? No, you don't. So when you make a call, the telecom company, they are the one that provides system that counts your seconds. It is not you that will carry timer and be saying that you are to count how many seconds you spend and then. And even when you go to market to buy, just like our sister here has advertised, to buy gari, right? The woman is the one that will provide the mudu. Yeah. I don't know what some people call it kilo. Yeah, some people call it kilo. They are the ones that provide that, right? And when we are looking at this whole thing and giving this whole example, so when it comes to electricity in Nigeria, the customer is told, if you want fairness, bring your own meter. Look at it though. And then that will leave you with questions like, is that fair? The entirety of the statement. Oga, do you know what you're trying to tell me? And I don't want to use this word, but is this madness? Because when we're not mad, there are a lot of things that you'll be looking at and be wondering, are we okay at all?
A lot of things start to feel normal.
Thank you very much. Why should I have to pay to prove how much I'm owing you? Why?
Very true.
You should be using your kilo, your mudu, your pump to measure. I don't have to pay you to know how much you are owing me, and then knowing the fact that I'll have to pay again. Auntie, uncle, when we are not mad, some things are not making sense.
See, that's why I said trust issue as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
trust issue.
I think this has happened, and people are like, I beg. These girls are like, I beg.
I have to really.
Are like, I don't. That's big. So
you get. I think I just have to answer your question directly. I believe strongly, that it is responsibility of the power company, and this is why the directive of the Honorable Minister of Power is in order. Trust me, legality or not, whatever or not whatever, we are not mad though. At the end of the day, there are some things that you just have to look at it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tax laws now being passed, and when you look at this whole things performatively, they look like things that, well, on papers amazing and everything. Implementation no, but how could get she before?
They said the destination is still far.
Very. We don't even know how many kilometers we are when it comes to this.
You know, some time ago, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago on our show, I talked about a country where I can't remember now. Sorry, I didn't go back to it.
Okay.
I think Germany also, where at some points they had to pay people to use electricity. Like they had generated so much electricity.
God, I beg.
Please be.
We should be.
It is a long matter.
Testimony I will give.
My goodness.
Oh my God.
Please invite me.
My God.
Invite me.
Wow. It's also funny. But then another angle to look at what Sochef just said is all across the world.
Yeah.
There are so many countries apart from Nigeria, in the UK, in South Africa, in Kenya, in India, and many other countries.
Yeah.
The meter is not a favor. It's a basic infrastructure.
Of course.
Like hospitals are, basic. There are things that should be there. Now, in many of these countries, the meter is not a favor. It is a basic infrastructure. Power companies budget for meters the same way they budget for transformers, they budget for poles, they budget for cables.
Welcome to our
Now, they don't ask
country.
consumers to come and buy transformer before connecting them to the grid, like we do in Nigeria.
It's not a luxury item.
Because honestly, I think
it's making it look as if it's now luxury.
So looking at that now I want to ask. So why should they ask us? Why should they ask people to buy meter that measures the electricity they are selling? Just as Sochef said, why should we be asked to buy this? Why? She gave an example of when you go to the market, like it's like saying that, okay, I want to buy a mudu of gari, and then you say this is mudu, but you have to pay to use my mudu. It's me that want to buy your gari. But then you say, or sometimes you say, okay, when you're coming to buy my gari, bring your mudu from the house. So why can't this be applicable to the metering system? Why do we have to pay? Why do consumers have to pay to get a meter? Why do I have to pay for you to do your work?
You get things where go they hear you, your eye go just start like you won't cry. Cause what's this? You get.
Well, let's look at reality. Let's be real here.
Okay.
Nigeria, we inherited this from it's not today.
Ancestors, as you said the other time.
Hey, so we are used to years of estimated billing, lack of trust. A whole lot of things have been happening.
When the whole Nepa thing came into Nigeria, let me quickly go back on this. I think there is a lot of lack of understanding and unawareness. We love to do things in this country where we just go ahead and do things without informing the people that this is affected directly, and they will just have to adjust to it.
And unfortunately, Nigerians, I would say this, we are used to being exploited.
So used to it. So and that's why
when something is coming free, as much as we like free things, have you noticed that a regular Nigerian, when something is coming free, you don't trust it? Your mind tells you, this thing. In fact, there's a saying, "Awuf de run belle." So something in your mind.
No, they run belle. Awuf, no, they run belle. But also, this whole thing, who are victims? Sorry, let me take this again. So should Nigerians be who are made victims, the ones to be made to pay for the challenges being faced and this whole thing? I mean, Nigerians without meters are already paying for power they never used. power that you never, even estimated billing. There are things that you do not, you and somebody that have like 3 ACs in his house, and you have like just like 5 bulbs and 1 fan, you are paying the same thing. So no, he has 3 refrigerators, 6 freezers, 5 ACs, and I'm just here with a fan and some bulbs in my house. Why do I have to pay the same as him or her? You understand this thing? And then sometimes you even pay higher than them because they are in some favorable place where they can escape the whole thing. This is Nigeria, like you said, we have to be realistic to some things. Yeah. So these are all the truths that we have to.
I think what you're saying now is for those who are still on estimated billing, right? What you just said now,
yes, because for estimated billings, yes. I mean, I am basically talking about, when you are asking these people to pay for these things, right? To pay for the challenges and everything. These are the things. Thank you very much that you have to consider as well, and then you have to also look at it, because if you're asking them to pay for meters, you have to be fair. First of all, I know that to yourself as a disco, and then to them as well as consumers. See, last I be consumer. Let me not come and even be lying. You asking these people to pay is in the words of Fela. He said, double wala. You get.
All right.
Okay. And then while I kind of sympathize with the consumers, I sympathize with, not so sure if I sympathize with
you do, because at this point you are backing these people up. She's been backing these people up.
Because the matter stems out of a systemic failure where the government is quietly admitting by this new directive, by asking consumers to bear all the burdens. By asking them to bear all the burdens, it's absolutely wrong.
You think?
Yes, it's wrong.
That's very.
Anyway, let's hear from our callers.
I would really love that.
Because now our phone lines are just hot. Let's know what they have to tell us. Who should pay for the? Let's hear from the amount. The
everyone
should know where it's been.
Exactly.
So
we are.
Yes, I think we have a call.
Yes, I think so. We lost our caller.
Okay, keep calling. Okay, this is still, you can reach us on 0903880883, 0903880883, or you can drop your comment on our Facebook platform at UpNepa platform, and on YouTube at UpNepa_platform. So let's hear from you. Who should pay for the meter? Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Nepa show to all Nigeria.
Let there be light.
Who see the light? So, as you are saying, it's not very serious. I still remember Prince Elijah Brian's photo. Adrian Oposo, Diary. You see, it's up for Nepa, Nigeria. If I have no blame such a much in that issue. You see, dependence, if we return to kill for 50, and the God who corrects Nigeria, if they correct Nigeria with one man, God, they correct Nigeria with the corruption. One say that if they know that Nigeria has very big things on the ground like this, I think up to today, Nigeria will still be flamed in their hands. Coming to the Nepa problem, I beg, let's not be frank to ourselves. This is the same thing we're talking about meter. If don't like it, when mention he want to go and buy Gary, I'm going to go to Mudu to market to go and measure a Gary before you pay. You want to very this issue of Nepa. I'm telling you, the corruption ready in the Nepa is more than even the one in NFPC, more than the one in Abuja. Why am I saying that? I'm using this opportunity. If I'm supposed to provide my meter, I pay for my meter, pay for my transformer, pay for the post. What you want in Nepa is giving us everything today. Even your transformer has problem, they will tell you to go and pay before they repair it. It's all come from. At the end of the month, they will still bill for you. to pay. This island of corruption is Nepa. And using this opportunity, they should know that Nigeria, you are not a banana country. If we did such a thing, we not happen in Chad, we not happen in Niger. Why they happen in Nigeria? Even America and here. What is happened, in fact, is a pity, it's a big shame in this country that we are still finding ourselves in this area. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for your contribution. You can just see from. Okay, I think we have another call. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you. As well.
Fine, thank you. Your name and where you're
I'm
from?
very happy that I entered.
Sorry?
You know, about all this Nepa issue already.
Sir, please, your name and where you're calling from. Sorry.
My name remains Prince Adawa. Okay, from Mina.
You're welcome.
Okay. All this Nepa, all this light issue is very, very unfortunate. Nigeria, we don't trust ourselves. We can even not trust the president or the ministers. During the Buhari time, the second time of Buhari, Fasola said the meter will be free. And later on, when Buhari entered as a president, they said the meter is 5,000 naira, that everybody will update the meter. Okay, now, what was the name of this minister? Adedibu or Adelabu, or what was his name? So it's okay. They tell us that the meter is free from the World Bank, something that they give this meter free to Nigerians. And now they are telling us this morning paper read that I heard in one media. They say we are going to pay for installation. What sort of country are we? The cheating is too much for this country now. So nothing that is free, nothing that you can even be freedom in this country. Everything money. Where are they taking this money to? They're supposed to help the masses now. They say the meter is free. Now they are telling us that it's not free. They are bringing the discourse is that if there is software and meter for you, you have to pay. We can't pay, my sister. And you have to be sincere to ourselves. The country is no, it's very, very unfortunate.
There are some truth that we actually say. Nobody really loves to look at it and likes to say it out loud because maybe it affects them directly or indirectly in a way. When customers pay for insurance, both the government and the power companies, they lose the urgency to fix the system. This is the issue. Because we are not meant to do this. At the end of the day, you are a business owner. You run a business.
Yeah, let's not forget the fact it's also a business.
You like it or it's a business. We pay for so much to get this, and at the end of the day, whether we use it or not, we pay.
Sometimes you don't pay and you're not even stop. Like you wait.
You wait.
You have to wait.
I don't want to see the story.
I think
Okay, let's take this call again. Hello. Okay, we lost the one. Well, let's just be sincere. Now, I think I need to just digress a bit.
Yeah.
One of our caller used to say orientation, awareness. Don't you think it is sometimes it's lack of awareness and communication that can cause this mistrust too?
That's what we've always thought about.
Because
was it 2 shows ago we invited these guys? We said, come and speak to the people. Let the consumers know.
Let's be aware, because when I'm aware of something, okay, just for example, others our service line, sometimes they will send you a message like, sorry, so and so we're not able to, our service is going to be out for so and so time. Right? You have it at the back of my network is not going to be available for this one.
For this period.
Why will I not rage when I know that they have sent the message, right?
Nothing.
Sometimes for like AEDC, right? They tend to go online and post this type of things. Sometimes they do that. Let's give them credit for that. I know of AEDC only, and that's the only one that I know. And now let's go back and just like she said, I'm digress about this whole thing. When we are talking about this whole media thing, we have to understand that at the end of the day, we like to put more time. And I said that when we are not mad, I meant it. It's a right. If it can be met as a right, efficiency is going to improve, revenue is going to improve, and then trust is slowly going to return. At the end of the day, we've done so much, so much damage to the trust between the discos and the consumers, and even maybe the federal whatever and the discos themselves. So it's going to be a gradual process.
Okay, let's test the score. Let's take the score. Okay, please keep calling in, keep dropping your messages on your comments on our Facebook and on YouTube. Do well to reach us on 09038808883, 09038808883. Oh, okay. What is going on? Okay, so I don't know. You could just see people that have called. You could just see from them the anger,
really angry about this issue.
The anger. Must I pay for everything? Must I pay for everything? Must I? You could just see.
Yeah. Can you turn on the studio volume? Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, my instincts are kicking in. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I think we're talking about this whole issue, right? There's so much to unpack, and I don't think we would even have like good time or enough time to discuss this with people who are being affected directly or indirectly with it. And then this, as we are slowly progressing into an era in our life as Nigerians, because we like it or not, we are shifting into an era. You guys talked about awareness and orientation, right? And then when you mentioned the whole thing, I was thinking in my head that, do you know how many people use electricity in Nigeria? Do you know how many people are unaware of what they are to get, or what they are to what they are to consider their right as citizens of this country? These are the things that we have to look at. And when we are talking also awareness and orientation, you are not ever going to be able to reach everybody and meet up with the demand of this. That also is a reality that we have to face. Nigeria is not like a one-cornered something.
Thank you.
Nigeria is not a one-cornered place. We have nook and crannies. Exactly. There are some villages in your state, though. There are at least like 10 hundreds of villages that you never heard of, and you are in the state. You've been born there. You live more than 4 decades of your life in that place. Your entire life, and you won't even know that these places exist. So these are also the things, and for you to be able to reach them, you have to be able to communicate with them in their dialect, which also is an issue.
You know, that brings me back to when you said they go online and put these things online. How many people have internet?
How many people are online?
Do you get? So
how many? My parents certainly are not. That's for sure. My parents certainly are not, and I think it's high time we begin to.
How many of us how many of us actually go to the metering companies' site to say we are looking for information?
Now let me tell you, how many people even know, as we are right now in this Niger state, let's not even go outside, there were no longer Nepa. We've been on AEDC for a while. You understand? So these are all things that we have to be looking at, or that we have to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we have a comment on
Facebook.
Okay, we have this from Mr. Abatgan. I said, "Good morning, up Nepa people. This is an interesting topic. My opinion is that for the sector to work properly, we have to get to the point where everyone consumes what they can pay for, and pay for what they consume.
True.
The only way to get close to that is by metering everybody. And this should be done by the distribution companies and the government."
That's a very, that's a valid, powerful point.
Will be more responsible with their use of electricity.
You want to know what also very scary? You want to also know what's very scary is that we are not used to accountability. We are not used to it. So
we fear it so much.
And
as human beings. Wi-Fi are contributing. Let's just
not as humans, but I think as Nigeria, it does.
Because you know that
it does.
Like checking up on you said this, you did this, you're supposed to do this.
But at the end of the day, that's just how it's going to be. Just like Mr. Ghana right now just commented on the post. That's how it's. Give me what I can afford. It's like buying an airtime or on your phone, right? You are not going to carry 1,000 naira and say that because one of the telecom companies said that you have to buy 10,000 naira airtime for you to be able to make a call or something. Now, no naira I get naira fee buy.
Even on that 100 naira for those some of us who are. I remember when I was in school. Then
there was this
50 phones, the small phones.
Yes.
My dear, it got to a season where I would set timer 1 minute. I don't know if any of you did that. It has this timer thing. So I will set 1 minute. When you not get who that caller be, 1 minute the call will end because I'm trying to protect my money. I'm trying to protect the small student 100 naira that I used to buy.
I remember there was a telecom company that once had like recharge cards of 25 naira, 20 naira, 50 naira.
That was back then.
That was back then. But still, it was an efficient move on their end, and it just shows you how responsible or how serious they are with their business and how willing they are to compromise with the people.
Okay, I think. Okay, we lost that call. I think we had it. Let's take this call and hear. Hello, good morning.
Nepa issue has been it's unfortunate that Niger State has been further and we are still suffering for life. But let me tell you, Nepa, they should know that the more they bring light, the more they make their money. But you do not bring light and we are asking for money and the tariff is increasing. When we increase the tariff, somebody that is using the light, how do you want him to meet up and make money before he pays? It's unfortunate. Niger State is not supposed to be like this. Niger State is supposed to have 24 hours light. Yes, yeah. We Niger Light, we need to get up and do something about this electricity. And travel out of the state. Some states are more enjoying light than Niger State that have the light. It's an injustice. This is just my contribution this morning. That you step up and do the needful.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. I think we have another caller.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Abdullah.
You're welcome.
Issue of Nepa or ABC power supply is just very the government needs to apologize for all of them. They need to, ABC in particular, they need to apologize because we are paying what we do not consume. We are forced to pay because there is always power outage, the national grid collapse, and electrical supply, low voltage, and we are paying still. This suffering, all this punishment is too much. The government needs to apologize with Nigerian citizens because if before considering tax reform law, there should be a constant power supply where Nigerians will pay. Because look at since we have been witnessing it last 2 years, national grid collapse. Look at how many Nigerians have been forcing out of the business. The business have been dying every day. The Niger State government is supposed to fight for Nigerian citizens because we have more than 4 hydropower company in Niger State, and we are not on data issue. I think they're supposed to give it free because why they are afraid? ABC and other company are afraid of getting because they can't guarantee normal power supply. That's why they will not allow that. Please, they should make an Nigerian so that we should pay what we consume. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I think he's making a valid point. Okay, we have another call.
Hello.
Hello. Good Mubarak. Wishing you the same. Let there be light.
My name still remains Ambassador Jebu the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tudunfula, Mississippi. You know what? Seriously speaking, let's tell each other the truth. Creation of awareness and orientation is the best. Not on social media, as they usually do. It's not everybody that has a smartphone. And even you have a smartphone, it's not everybody that has money to buy data. So the cheapest, easiest way of creation of awareness and orientation is on radio stations. You understand? It will be more easier for you to have access. You understand? In listening to creation of awareness and orientation. I don't know if you're understanding me. To me, this is the best. And these are the two things they practice in the whole world. Creation of awareness and orientation. At least AEDC has PRO. I always tell you people, go to them and do a collaboration so that every Friday they will be coming to studio, but especially their PRO. That is his work. As far as I'm concerned, he is not performing his duty effectively. You should make a collabo with them so that every Friday they will be coming to create more awareness and orientation. Secondly, the issue of the prepaid meter and installing it. As a Minister of Power said, he said it's free. I don't know if you're understanding me. So please, let it not be political. There should be what we call implementation. It is the best. And if AEDC are not satisfied with that, they have a PRO. He should come to the studio and create more awareness and orientation. To me, I feel it's the best. Create what we call jingles on this radio station. I don't know if you're understanding me. It's more easier for you to get access. If you have your smartphone or your mobile phone, you don't have to recharge. You just put into 91.7, isn't it? And you listen to it. The last time somebody come here, according to what you people said now, you said they have been posting it online. Is it everybody that has smartphone? If you have smartphone, do you have data? Is it all the time that you be having data? So this is the cheapest way of creating awareness and orientation. And if they can't do that, they should place what we call jingles. To me, I feel it's the best. So please, AEDC should step up and do the needful. They should come and clear the air. Customers are always right by law. You understand? Federal government will say a different issue. You understand? Then AEDC will say a different thing. So please, the federal government, let it not be political. And to AEDC, create more awareness, orientation, and jingles. To me, I think it's the best. AEDC, please, step up and do the needful. Clear the air. Customers are always right. Jumat Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Okay, we have another comment on our social media. This is from Samson Ghana. It says the power company, I think power companies should offer cheaper rates to customers without meters until they get metered.
I think that one makes sense too. It does. Because oftentimes, you realize that, just like we mentioned and we keep mentioning in the show today, is that you keep paying for something that you do not use. It's like one of our Oga now is wearing a designer dress, right? And then me that go and carry one from Bendan Select. You understand? And then you are telling me that just because maybe
it looks like
it, we have to pay the same price. But no, sir, that's not how it works. So sometimes we just have to look at things and we just have to make sure that we do it the right way.
Okay. Well. We have to draw the curtains here because
we definitely have.
Our time is up. It's up already. It's almost up. Okay, and it's been a wonderful topic. Don't you think so?
It has been. Yes.
So I am super excited. I had to have you guys in the show today. Thank you so much, Socha.
It's lovely.
For coming.
It's lovely being here.
Okay. For being part of. So all that commented on our social media platform, thank you so much for your contribution. To all that called, thank you. Sorry we can't take any other call because our time is here and it's up. So but before we go, I want to give this take home or leave you with this take home this morning. A fair market doesn't fear measurement. A fair market doesn't fear measurement. And a power sector that fears meter is a sector that fears accountability.
True.
Let's just do what is right. Let's just do what is right for the comfort of everyone, but the consumer and the power company. Let's everything works in at even and seamlessly. And that will be all for the show today. Like I said, this is still Up Nepa, and we'll be joining you or having us again next week Friday from 8 a.m. So do well to join us every Friday at 8 a.m. My name is Victoria Festus, and all of us from Up Nepa is wishing you a very, very lovely Friday. And we say, Up Nepa,
let there be lights.